Good morning and welcome to our wake-up call this Wednesday morning. It's nice to have your company. We'll say hi, we'll have a little look who's watching in a few minutes or so, but just to give you a rundown of what we've got coming up today. Nice fun-filled packed day again. We've got 3 o'clock this afternoon, we've got our craft along, and I think this is my last one for this year. I had a look through my schedule and I think this is the last craft along I've got before Christmas, and I know we've got some. I'll give you a little sneaky peek in a second, but 3 p.m. here in the UK, which is 10 a.m. over on the East Coast and 7 a.m. over on the West Coast. So we will run through what you need a little bit later on, and I will try and get some stuff up on social media once we've finished the show so that you can have a peek on there as well. And shall we have a little look? Yeah. Shall we have a little look at what we're going to make? We've got the gorgeous border dies on today. So if I hold you this one up for the camera, we're going sort of double gatefold today there. So I've gone black and silver and white, and seeing as we've done such a lot of Christmas, I thought the next event that's coming up after Christmas will be a Happy New Year. So I went down that silver and black and white theme, as I say, just to go for Happy New Year. And we've got those lovely edgeable on the outside, and then we've got that curved feature on the inside here, just as a decorative element there. So yeah, we'll talk you through all that this afternoon. Hope you can come and join us, and we'll have a little play. So that's at 3 p.m. here in the UK. And then I'm here all day today, so back at 7 o'clock in the UK, 2 p.m. East Coast and 11 a.m. West Coast, we have got Creative Cravings. It's our Wednesday sort of evening show currently, and again sort of almost taking it a little bit back to basics sort of thing. So if you're a beginner crafter, it's a great show for you to join in. Got some fabulous products, some fabulous offers on there. So yeah, looking forward to that. Nice day planned today, but of course you know I'm not here on my own. It's been a little while, but Ben, we're back together again, and we're going to be crafting along later, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we certainly are. I'm looking forward to that, and I always know when Jan's in town I get to have a go, and you guys will know that I've been, I think really, Jan, it's down to you that I've been doing more, because I've been crafting at home with Daisy.
Yeah.
I won the other day. I did some stenciling with Michelle, won card of the show.
Fantastic. I know when I bumped into you last week, you were out, got the guillotine in there and some bits. He says, I'm going to have to do some crafting. I thought, love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, presenter turned crafter.
I know, what's going on with me? I'm coming over.
Multitasking, doing it for the guys, Ben.
Yes, exactly right. But it's so much fun, right? And I will be joining in the craft vlog a little bit later on, so that will be fun. One thing I need to tell you about, of course, is our 12 days of craftmas event. I'm still having problems saying that, but it's what's going on. It is the 8th day today, so each and every day we are bringing you little deals. We've had free gifts within orders. We've had bonus points. We've had triple points yesterday, and today's, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, I was about to do the big reveal. Today's is right here, 25% off our Gemini machines. This is an unbelievable deal that we brought back because we had it running through Black Friday. I was pretty certain that we wouldn't be seeing this again before the end of the year. You've got it back for today and today only. This deal will run until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning here in the UK, 3 o'clock Eastern time, so you can get 25% off our Gemini machines. It excludes the rose gold. However, this time around, it's 25% off all of the machines plus the foil press as well. So if you missed the deal when we had it on last time, maybe even thinking about getting the foil press, this is a perfect opportunity to jump in and grab it, and we'll talk a little bit more about all of those machines as we head through the day today, but definitely head to the web and grab those deals whilst they're there. Also coming up in this show, we're going to pull a cracker. Yeah, we are going to pull a cracker over the next few weeks. We're going to be challenging our craft experts. What's going to happen during this show? A little bit later on, I'm going to present Jan with 4 crackers. Now, normally when you think of crackers, there's a terrible joke inside, or a party hat, or a terrible, terrible toy. Not in our crackers. Inside our crackers will be a list of items that today Jan will have a challenge with. She'll pull the cracker, read what's inside it. I will then present her with those items in the studio, and she will have 10 minutes to come up with a crafty project. It's very exciting, a little bit scary. Jan's pulling some strange faces the other side of the studio, but we're going to be doing that a little bit later on, so that'll be a bit of fun for Christmas, and that is all on the way for you in this show. And as always, I will be keeping track of all of the comments. Any questions that you want to ask during the show, anything you want to fire at Jan, do get those in, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. Any questions, any comments, let us know what you're shopping for as well, and do let us know if you're planning on joining in with the craft along this afternoon from 3 o'clock, 10 o'clock East Coast time. But as we always say with our wake up call, it's all about grabbing those early deals before everybody else wakes up. So let's head over to the kitchen with Jan and have a look at some of the deals that we've got coming up. What have we got today, Jan?
Right, so for that 3 o'clock show this afternoon then, we've got those fabulous builder border dies, and the reason that called that is because there are 3 different ways of using them. So I'm going to demo these for you this morning and just give you sort of an introduction to them, and then those are the ones that we're going to use later on in the craft along this afternoon. So 12 elements in this kit, so each die has got separate elements in it, and we've also added 10 sheets of our lilac Centura pearl with it there for you to get started with. The dies and the machines cut through the Centura pearl beautifully. So yeah, nice bundle there. There are 4 different designs altogether, which we'll go through in a bit more detail shortly. But $53.96 here in the UK, $71.10. And of course, if you've got that discount, we've got our platinum figures underneath there for you for this morning. So yeah, fantastic little deal. And as I say, such a lot of variety in how you can use the dies and basically be using the same set but make them look different, if that makes sense. So lots of sort of options to use them. And as I say, I'll go through that a little bit more when we get into demo. And then we've also got, later on, we've got our Creative Cravings show, and we're revisiting products that we've maybe seen before. And again, we've got those gorgeous slimline cut and emboss folders. Now, I launched some of these, and I have done a craft along with them since, and I love them, absolutely love them. Again, there are 6 different designs. If you're not familiar with the cut and emboss folders, they've actually got a metal die embedded in the folder, which again, I'll demo for you later and show you what I mean. So 6 different designs in there, and we're looking at a bundle price of $59.96 here in the UK, $67.80, or if you're platinum, that goes down to $47.97 in the UK and $54.24. So again, a really nice range of everyday designs in there for you. So it's not a Christmas bundle, it is an everyday. You've got flowers in there, you've got butterflies in there, you've got some sort of retro looking ones in there. Really nice set for you on that one. So that's coming up on Creative Cravings later on today at 7 p.m. here in the UK. And then also on Creative Cravings, so this has been one of my sort of favourite most recent collections, the Sarah Signature collection for Enchanted Dreams. So if you like that sort of mythical fairy tale sort of, you know, little bit sort of unusual, and the colour theme in this is absolutely beautiful. Lilacs, turquoises, golds in there, but we've got a full bundle going on there for you. You can see we've got 54 elements, 2 paper pads and foam in there for cutting the flowers, and there is a vellum pack in there as well. You can just see that panning through. It's a massive bundle, we can't even fit it all on the screen in one go. £138.24 here in the UK, $180.12 over in the States. And again, you've got those platinum discounts at the bottom. And don't forget with the, I will just mention that as well with Club Inspire, this time of year, just keep a check on your points, because if you're verging on that next level, this is the time to do it and ensure that you jump up that level, and then you will keep that level all throughout next year. So just keep an eye on them. If you're close, it's worth getting up to that next level before the end of the year, where it all reverts back and starts all over again. So yeah, fantastic. So hope you can join us for both of the shows. Got some demos lined up for you this morning, and I don't know, I'm a little bit excited, I'm a little bit anxious about pulling the cracker, because they've not given me any ideas what I've got to do. So there's going to be, I think, a card style and some products that I've got to incorporate. That's all I've been told. So a little bit like Ready Steady Craft going on there, isn't it? I think I've got about 10 minutes. So we'll see. I hope I don't let everybody down. I'll see what I can come up with.
No, you're fine. There's a lot of nervousness in the studio because obviously I'm going to take part in the craft along a little bit later on. I always get a little bit nervy ahead of doing the craft along. Never known Jan nervous as well before, but that'll be fun in just a little while. Pull the cracker, see what's inside, and a little 10-minute challenge, which I'm sure you're all going to absolutely love and enjoy. Lots of you already watching. Must just say a very good morning to Colleen, who's watching from Florida. Kathy's in from a stormy Northern Ireland. Morning to just Rochelle from Florida. Mary's in from Chile, Maine, waiting for a little bit of snow, just a little bit. We haven't had any like proper snow here yet, have we? Just a dusting so far. Oh, you're glad, Georgia. I want the snow. I want the big, thick, crunchy snow. Yeah, when you're off, when you're off work, so you can, play around in it. You don't have to drive to work. Lynn's in from the Isle of Wight. Hey to send paper hugs from Ohio. Cyrissa says hi, Jan and Ben from Florida. Diane says I like Jan's top and Ben's tie. Gone on the Christmassy angle today. And Nee says waving from New Jersey here. Good morning, Dashing and Dapper Ben. Good morning, Lady Jan, and hello to our fab CTV team and social media guru, and hello to our crafty critters watching. Yeah, you got George squared in the gallery today, and Kiwi is taking care of business on the socials. Cheryl Kay says good morning. Hi Cheryl, from a dreary, cold and rainy North Carolina, cuddled under a blanket watching CTV. Kind of wish I was under a blanket presenting Crafters TV today, but there you go. And Nee says I love Jan's setup with a touch of bling. Absolutely need a bit of bling, bit of sparkle at Christmas time. Hey, listen, before we get on and have a look at some demos with Jan, let's just remind you about a brilliant Get It Got It Good deal we got this week. Yeah, this is fantastic if you're looking to stock up on all of your essential cards and adhesives as well. So basically, you've got 60 sheets of your white stamping card. There's your craft cardstock in here, which I always think is brilliant this time of year for your Christmas makes. 50 sheets of that. You've got your matte black cardstock, 40 sheets. You've also got your Nina cardstock and watercolour card within that, plus 100ml of your tacky glue, 100ml of your all-purpose glue, and your chunky glue, as our Debbie calls it, your chunky glue, your 3D glue gel, with the tools included as well. That deal, $42.99 or $67.99, less your Club Inspired discount, of course, and that deal is relevant up until the end of the week or whilst stocks last. So if you do need to stock up, it's a good one to grab. And if you're quite new as well and you're looking for, kind of your core items for your craft room, that is definitely a got it good deal for you. Right, let's go over to Jan, who is, yes, looking very sparkly in the crafty corner. Is going to show us these amazing tools, the Build a Border Die collection, which you're going to see in the craft along.
Life's not complete without a bit of sparkle, is it?
No,
so I thought, seeing as I've only got a couple of days up here at Crafters TV before I've got a little break over Christmas, I thought, yeah, it was time to get the sparkles out, get the snowflakes out. So yeah, you might be seeing me this a couple of times. I'm not well, I have got Christmas jumpers, but I just get far too warm. I can't wear a jumper on air. It is absolutely. Ben will tell you different. He's not got used to the temperatures up north yet, but we're always warm up here anyway. Used to it, you see. Hard and northerner, you see. So yeah. So yeah, we've got coming up then at 3 o'clock. We've got that gorgeous collection of Build a Border dies, and the reason we've called them that is because there are different elements in there. So you can see that set there, £53.96 and $71.10. 32 elements, and we've put that gorgeous Centura Pearl cardstock in there with you as well for that bundle today. So I've got just some visuals for you here to show you what those borders look like, and then when I do the demo I'll explain a little bit more. But basically one set allows you to cut all three of these different shapes. So the detail inside here is the same and the border edge is the same. All we've done is change the shape, and you'd be amazed how different that makes your cards look. So during the craft along later we're going to use 2 out of the 3 designs in the chosen one. So this one's Delicate Hearts. Now you can, the top one cuts into your cardstock. You might just want to use that without the extra border on it. The hearts is a separate piece, so that could be cut different. Lots of different options mixing and matching with these. But yeah, Delicate Hearts. And just to give you a couple of ideas, actually done in the red there, that looks beautiful, the red and white there, doesn't it? Always and forever. So it won't be long once Christmas is done, all the shops will be full of Valentine's Day things. So yeah, absolutely perfect. It's got that lovely red mirror card on there. I think that's gorgeous. But you can see how that's been layered up. And then, you know, same set of dies, but how different does it look when it's turned the other way and that design is done down the edge of a card there? So absolutely the same one. There are so many different permutations of how you can use these. So that one was Delicate Hearts. Then we've got the daisies. So we've got Elegant Daisy Chains. So again, you can see that format. We've got the curved edge, we've got that wavy edge, and then you've got the straight panel. So again, the daisies cut into the design, and then the edges are separate. And again, I've got a couple of cards as inspiration for you. Wow. So you can see there we've done one on the front of the card with the curved edge, and then we've done that lovely wavy edge on the card itself. But again, just look how different it looks when it's turned the other way and incorporated there. We've got an easel card. We've used that border to create the stopper on there. But just so many different ways, as I say, with the same die set. So again, that one was Elegant Daisy Chains. Then we've got Moroccan Trellis. So you can see that theme, the same sort of concept going through all the dies. Yeah. And again, absolutely love the detail. That's not the right one, Jan. Where are we? There we go. So again, you can see there, just using that and cutting those into the card, you can see that that one's actually see-through at the back there. Yeah. So really, really pretty. And then using it to create that bridge just across the front there with the arched one. And then again, using it on the edge of a card there. Two totally different looks, even though it's the same product. And that's what I love about these. And then the fourth one in the kit is the Eastern Trellis. This is the one that we're going to be using this afternoon. But again, you know, if you've already bought into these, your choice, you can do the same with any of the designs. And this one, again, we've got, where's my sample gone? There we go. So again, just using that curved one, that wavy one on the edge. All right. Or alternatively, you know, turning it upright and bringing them more vertical. So whichever way, oops, that way, whichever way, you could have it that way, you could have it that way. So just that little bit of inspiration. And that's what we're going to start off with our demo this morning. So I'm just going to pop all those pieces to one side. And I've chosen one to get started with this morning. And I did choose the Delicate Hearts to work with. So when you take this out of the packaging, you'll see that there is a lot of metal here for your money. An awful lot. You've got those three different designs. So you've got that curved element, you've got the wavy element, and then you've got that straight element. Yes. So obviously there are just two elements with the straight, because we can cut a straight edge with a guillotine or with the scissors. These ones have got an extra plain cutting line to follow the shape, which allows you to sort of create your matting and layering to match the design, and I'll show you what I mean with that. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of stamping card and I'm making a 5 or 6 inch square card, but I've actually cut a section off here because I want the front area to be sort of less than the back. And we're actually going to cut into the design one of these edges. So like I said, if I take that curved one off, you can see that the three pieces give you choices. Okay. This one is a little bit like a creator card. It doesn't have an external cutting edge. So this one will cut into your card. So if I use this one on its own, I'm going to keep this square edge of the card, and it'll just cut the design into it. But then we gave you the edging. So if you want to actually make this the outside of the card, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that die to take the edge off. And then if you wish, you can replace this one with the heart border, and you can cut them like this. So the top section of the little border piece cuts out the hearts, it doesn't cut the card away. The bottom section has got that cutting edge all the way around. So this one, again, will keep attached to the card at the top edge, but it'll cut that lovely shaping on the outside. So yeah, lots and lots of different ways of using them. So what I want to do to get started then is just to cut the edge of the card shape, and I'm literally going to cut this piece into the card, and then I want to cut off that rounded edge as well. So I'm just going to line it up on my grid on the craft mat there, and then just make sure that I've got this as sort of central as I can. Just lining it up, making sure that those two dies are not actually touching. You do need a little bit of a gap in between that edge piece and the piece that cuts inside. And again, like I said, if you're not confident about cutting them together, cut them separately. Cut your die work into your card and then remove that die, and you then can cut the edge. So, you know, either way. Now I've got, oh, look at this. You don't see this very often. Can I barely see it? Look, brand new, shiny.
Where you got that from?
Oh, you have to know the right people, Ben.
Whoa.
You have to know the right people. Look at that. I'm almost loath to cut into it, honestly.
Seriously.
So yes, we'll start off with that one, and then there are normal thin metal die, so I'm going to pop in my shims. So I've got the plastic shim and the magnetic shim to build up the depth, and then I've not got one, but I've got two lovely brand spanking new shiny Gemini plates. Yes,
Obviously knows people in high places.
yeah, you've got to know the right people there. Then we're going to pass that through our Gemini, and I'm going to pause it once it's gone over the die, and I'm going to return it out. And the reason I've done that is so that it doesn't apply unnecessary pressure to that back of the card, because quite often if there's no die in place, you'll notice that it sort of does make the card rattle a little bit. So there's no point in passing it through the machine if you don't need it to. I've kept this bit nice and intact now. It's not had any pressure applied to it, but it has actually done the job beautifully on the back of there, just passing it through and reversing it. So you can hear the Gemini rollers pop off the die.
Yeah.
Once it's got to that point, pause it, reverse it back out, and as I say, it will help to save the remainder of that card. So we've christened the plate now. Look, we've got our first little bit of scoring. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dearie me. Yep. So then literally we're going to take away the tape.
Yep.
Just make sure. And again, I've used it on that outside because this piece is actually going to be the waste. So it doesn't matter too much if there's any problems on there. So again, just to lift that off the die there. And you can see that that's cut away that edge for me. So that bit's waste. I'm going to pop that one back on there for a second, and then I'm going to take, she says, my die brush, there we go, and just run this along the top edge of the die there. It will help to dislodge some of the pieces, but it also helps to dislodge the actual die.
Yes.
And then turn it over, and I actually prefer to just tease the card away from the actual die. And just look how beautifully. No,
fantastic,
absolutely gorgeous. All that detail, you know, I wouldn't be capable of doing all that with a craft knife. I'm not so hot with a craft knife. It would take a while. So that's going to be, my card's going to be a tent-fold card. So I'm going to have this at the top, and then I want to create layers. So what I've done ahead of time, I'll just swap it for this one that I've decorated a wee bit. You can see I've done exactly the same thing. Popped a little scrap of paper on the inside here, and these are actually elements that, you know, you get all these. When you cut the border here with the hearts in, all those little hearts, I thought, why not use a few of those? And then I've just added a few little pearls just to embellish this one. It's not so easy to see there. All right, so I'm going to use this one. And then what I did is I've cut two more pieces. So I've taken some lilac cardstock, and this is from, I think it's the Secret Garden luxury card pack that's got the different colours in there. And so we've got that lilac pearlised one, and I've done this so that it's going to fit inside here, and can you see how that lines up beautifully? And we've got that second layer. And then this is from the same card pack. We've now got the textured one in a sort of dark, more of a lavender shade, and I've just used, rather than the ones that we've already done, I've just used that lovely little heart border along the bottom, and like I said, the top bit stays attached to the card and it cuts it away. And we're going to slide this one, and this is going to become the front of my card. That's there. Brilliant. All right, so let's get those popped together. I'm going to grab my tape pen, she says. No, she's not, because it's not there. Borrow one of those for a second, and literally just pop these together. All I want to do is add that main section on top of the darker one.
Whilst you're sticking, let's say hello to a few more people. Sarah Brown says, I'm in bed watching, having my cuppa. It's Wednesday night here.
Oh, bless.
11 p.m.
Yeah, she's over in Australia, isn't she? Yeah.
Mary, we're talking about the snow, because I said I want the snow. Mary says, I want the snow too. Today in Maine on the coast here, just a dusting of fluffy snow. 2 to 4 inches coming though. just enough to make it look festive. Wouldn't it be nice? I've honestly never had this. I don't know if you've had this, Jan, but snow, like you see in the movies on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
You open the door and you've got like, maybe like 2 or 3 inches of snow. Never known it's snow wherever I've been on Christmas Day.
No, we have in the past had snow on Christmas Day, and I think that's where it belongs. You know, we are not equipped for it here in the UK. I know you guys, particularly like Canada and North American places like that, you live with it quite a big part of the year, but the UK is just not, you know, everything grinds to a halt, you know, when it snows here, because we just don't have enough of it for it to be a thing. But I do think, you know, when you've sort of had your Christmas lunch and you get to that little bit after snow coming down on Christmas Day, it's just magical. It really is.
Snowballing.
I always remember last year, my little Toby was born in February, and we went somewhere local, and it's part of the Sherwood Forest area, and we went there for his birthday. Thought it was a great idea at the time. It had been very, very cold, and we were walking through the forest, and there's a Gruffalo trail for you to go and look at, which obviously was good for the little one, and it started snowing while we were there. We were all togged up for it, but it just made it absolutely magical, walking through the forest with all the snowflakes. Absolutely magical. We've said we're going to make it a thing. We're going to do it again this year and see whether we get that snow.
We've got one of those trails near us actually. It's fun because you see all the different characters, don't you? Parts of the story, and then at the end you get to meet the giant Gruffalo.
The Gruffalo, yeah.
So much fun.
So again, I was talking about that lovely single edge. This allows you to create shapes for your mats and layers. So you can see there that I've cut the matte layer with this, and then my patterned layer with it, and that's now allowing me to mat and layer in there and follow that beautiful design. So papers are from the Enchanted Dreams, which is coming up later on Creative Cravings. We've got that massive bundle on there for you, and I just thought, little bit of ribbon there just to decorate, and then all I've got left to do is just to add a sentiment and my extra bow, and we're pretty much sorted. So this one's going to layer on top just with a little white border around the edge, preferably straight, Jan. There we go. Okay, get that one stuck down, and then I have got a little bit of the ribbon that I've made my bow with there, just to pop that one in place. So this is just out of the old stash there. And then again, I just chose a sentiment from my sentiment stamps there. We've got happy birthday, nice and simple. I'm going to keep it flat on this occasion, and I'm going to pop this one on the front here.
Wow.
Okay. So you can see we've got that design all stuck together now to create the front of the card, and then again you've got plenty of room inside there to match, to do your message, with that little bit of matching embellishment in there just to create that sort of connection from the front of the to the back of your card there. So that's those lovely builder border kits, and that one was the delicate hearts. Yeah.
Fantastic. And isn't it nice to be able to have all of that choice? So that you can build
it's lovely.
4 different designs as well. That is on the craft along. By the way, the award-winning craft along. Thank you so much to everyone who voted on that. But that deal is coming up for you a little bit later on craft along. If you want to pick it up in the meantime, if you haven't yet got it, you can grab it today. And then of course the craft along will stay on our Facebook page over on YouTube. So then once you've got all of those goodies, you can then take part in our award-winning craft along once you've got your goodies. So again, we never leave you alone. You never kind of got the goodies and you go, oh, what am I going to do with them? There's always shows that you can watch, always information and demonstration for you as well. A few little things to mention for you, which we've got coming up for you a little bit later on. The paper library. Now, for those of you who perhaps have seen this recently, maybe you saw it when we launched it, and you loved the idea of this, and you were thinking, maybe I'll wait until like a deal comes along on this. Today is the day, as far as I'm concerned, for you to jump in and grab this particular deal, because It's a brilliant bit of kit, 150 sheets of paper in total in 10 different kind of themes, if you like. But the main talking point here is it's the first time we've discounted this. It's the first time you've had the ability to get this with this saving right here. So £64.79 or $71.96 is the deal if you're platinum. It's a great day to jump in. It's fantastically presented, and you've got this case where everything is separated for you. And the great thing is you've got plenty of space to add in even more of your papers too. Now, what we love about this the most is the fact that, I will flick through this in more detail for you later on, you've got loads of different themes within this collection. So you've got new baby, for example. You know, if you're looking for papers that's going to take you right throughout the year, this is phenomenal. There's congratulations in there. One of my favourite sets of papers is in this collection as well. Big celebrations also in there. As I say, we'll look through in more detail later, but where is it? Come on, Halloween. Right, this is just like the front page of what you've got in this collection. Look at that. Absolutely phenomenal. There's 150 sheets in total, as I say, 10 sheets within each of the different themes. And as I go through, it'll be easier to show you later on, but we've got Thinking of You, you've got Mother's Day in here, you've got St. Patrick's Day, there's autumnal themes, there's even 2 different styles of Christmas. You've got your contemporary Christmas and traditional Christmas papers as well. It's a phenomenal collection, and it is yours today for $64.79 if you're platinum, or $71.96. It's the best time to jump in and grab it because it's the first time that we've actually discounted this product, 10% off, so please do not miss out. And as I say, we will have a good look through that in more detail a little bit later on. And also worth popping into your basket the ink pads that we've got on the show for you as well, the opaque pigment ink pads. And again, done a lot with our ink pads recently, and these are great if you like to do your blending, if you like to do your embossing with these as well. It's a lovely collection. 9 ink pads in total, and within this you've got to get your straw bale. You've also got your pink tulip. You've got, oh, there she is. Oh, frosted jade. You've got your grasshopper, spring meadow, sandstorm, pale fig, not pig, your pumice, and then Oasis as well. Everyone says £15 or $15. It's £23.60 if you're platinum, or $38. Now, I've got to go and grab a cracker in just a second, but let me just explain this little feature we're going to be doing on the run-up to Christmas. It's the first time that I've seen Jan a little bit apprehensive, but basically what we're doing, we are going to present our craft experts on Wednesdays on the lead up to Christmas with a Christmas cracker. Now, normally here in the UK, you get a Christmas cracker, you pull it, you get a little party hat, you'll get a little toy in there, which is usually a little bit naff, and you'll get a terrible joke in there, but kind of like the jokes you're used to me telling. But in the crackers that we have here at Crafters TV, there will be a little note which will tell Jan what she's going to be working with over the course of a 10-minute period which is coming up, and Jan will have to magic something with her crafty knowledge out of what she has been given from out of the crackers. So Jan, as I go and get the crackers, how are you feeling about this? A little bit nervous, excited?
I'm excited. I love anything like this, honestly. It reminds me a little bit of when we used to do the craft wars, when we were over in the old studio. Obviously I haven't got an opponent today, but I am going to be timed, and I know that I'm going to have our producer Georgina counting down that timing, and that's the bit that sort of think, oh gosh, I've only got a little bit of time left. But yeah, it's that not knowing again. It's that not fear of the unknown. I'm not afraid of it, but he's having a little shake now to see what's going on. But yeah, it's just not knowing what you're going to come up with. And this is when I mean, you guys will be the same. When we're planning a project, you know, the first thing you do is start having a look through your paper. I normally start with either the paper pad or the die as a focal point, and then work backwards. So I'm going to do this particular die, then I'm going to matte and layer it on such and such a colour, then I'm going to do, and you know how it all comes together. I've got no idea. So this is what I've got to work out now once we've pulled the cracker.
So you will get instructions in here as to the kind of thing we want and what you will be working with, but you'll also have the option to use things if you want to add like inks, for example. Right, you can from your stash. You can use your crafty stash on top of what's inside the cracker.
Fantastic. Yep.
So there's four crackers.
4 crackers.
4 crackers. Which
do I
one
get
do you
to
fancy?
choose? Do I get to choose?
Choose
I'm going to
wisely.
go for the blue one, I think.
Do you want to hold on to that one then?
This one, yeah.
There we go.
Ooh. And snowflakes, you see, it matches my top.
It does, yeah, it does.
That was the thinking behind it. It's got the snowflakes on. Now then, has it got do I just open it or has it got a snap?
I don't know if it's got a little snap. Should we have a little...
Oh, are we ready?
Yeah, ready, go. Oh, there's no snap.
No snap, but we've got it open. Let's have a look and see.
It's a little...
Oh, let's see what we've got inside there. It's like Christmas already.
No.
It really is.
It's exciting.
So we've got... Oh, there's a little slip in here.
Is it a terrible joke?
Is it here? Right, let's have a look then. So it says, right, an easel card design. Okay. The paper pad is the Happy Holidays.
Okay.
And the die is Winter Wishes.
Right.
So that's all it's got on here. That's all that's written on it. So I've got to make an easel card design and I've got to incorporate papers from the Happy Holidays pad and use the die Winter Wishes. And I've got 10 minutes, is that right?
You will have 10 minutes. So what we will do, we will furnish Jan with those goodies. We'll get her over to the crafty area and in just a few moments' time, it will be like Challenge Jan. Let's see what she can come up with. I'm excited about it. So Jan will get ready. We will come back with more in just a couple of moments' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Lots of love, by the way, just coming in for the first card that Jan made a few moments ago. Gorgeous card, says send paper hugs. Mary says, so pretty, Jan. Love that lavender colour. Gorgeous card, Jan, as well. Lots of you chatting about your Christmas wish list today too. So feel free to keep those coming in. Let us know what crafty items are on your wish list for Christmas. Aisha just said, I do love the dies. They are on my wish list, the border dies. Wish I cleaned them up and now only has 78 items on it. That is a big old list. Now, we are ready for the first of our Christmas cracker challenges. So Jan pulled the cracker just a few moments ago, found out she's going to be working with the Winter Wishes die and also the Happy Holidays cardstock. Now you've got that all lined up, Jan, and you were able to choose a few items from the crafty stash as well.
Yes.
And you've got to be making an easel card.
Uh-huh.
So what we're going to do, we've got 10 minutes up on the screen, which will start in just a few moments. Are you ready and happy and raring to go?
I think so, yeah. I've literally just had a chance to have a little think.
Okay.
I've got my Happy Holidays Solids paper pad there, which is an 8x8. I've got my Winter Wishes. Let me just make sure that all the components are in there.
Yeah, that would be the next one, wouldn't it? There's nothing in there.
Just make sure that those, so we've got the back plate. Oh, somebody's not cleaned it. Look, it's got bits of stuff in it. I can pop those out.
Okay.
I've got the second piece, I've got that one, and I've got the actual, so that's all complete. And then, like we said, it was an easel design that I've got to go with. So I've just chosen some plain white card to do my card base. And then I've also had a quick rummage downstairs and just picked a piece of paper. It's not particularly very Christmassy, but it will go with some of the colours. I was just looking at the colour scheme in the pad, and I'm going to go with these two sort of turquoisey shades.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, I think I've got everything I need. I've got an idea in my head. Easel cards are fairly straightforward for us guys, so let's see how it goes.
All right, well, we are going to start the timer. I'm really interested to see how this comes out. Jan is ready and raring. Let's start the clock in 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. Jan, you're already 4 seconds in.
I'm all right, that's it. Can we not restart it? That was a bit... well, I'm sorry. Sorry, jury's out. We need to restart there. 3, 2, we're already 40 seconds. Right, there we go,
There we go. Right, George?
Are we ready?
Okay, I'm going to count down from 3. 3. You ready, Jan?
I'm ready. I'm just
2.
popping these little pieces out while you're counting.
1.
Yep.
Go.
Brilliant.
What's he doing? This is a disaster. Right, ready?
Maybe we should have practiced this bit earlier.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Third time lucky. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
Yay!
Right, okay, so first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to use the guillotine. So we've got all those pieces of core equipment, and I'm going to make myself my easel base. So I know that my cardstock with an A4 piece, I normally work at 5 3/4, and double that is 11.5. So that's going to be one piece, and then I need to cut a front panel. I'm just going to go with a straightforward easel card. I'm not going to go sort of diagonal or anything like that. I'm just going to keep, let's not make the job too difficult. All right, so pop those to one side in case I need any scraps later.
Okay.
And then I literally want to make some mats and layers, and I've chosen these gorgeous turquoises. I like that contemporary kind of theme there.
Yes.
So I need one mat and layer that is going to be, now then, do I want that one? No, I like the darker one. So I need one that's going to go on the front. So that wants to be 5 1/2 square. That's going to be my mat and layer on the front.
Do you ever do anything like this in your craft room at home, Jan? Like sort of just
not particularly, no. I don't sort of randomly challenge myself with things. No, not found the need to. And then I'm going to come down to 5 1/4 and cut a piece for the front there. That one, and then I need a little, I'm just going to cheat and use that bit that's left there, which is 2 1/4. So we want 2 inches there.
You've had
and that's going to be my decorative element on there.
Okay.
Brilliant. I'll sort all that out in a second. Pop that back, and then I've grabbed my scoreboard as well, and I'm going to score this at 5 3/4 down the centre. And then turn it over and score it at 2 7/8, which is the halfway mark. And that's going to make the basis of my easel there. So literally get that one folded into place. Get that one folded into place like so. And obviously doing this at home you would have much more time, and then literally this is going to be my front panel. So I'm not at home, I would probably start inking edges and things like that, but obviously I don't have that luxury with the time.
You are against the clock.
So okay, here we go.
2.5 minutes gone.
I'm going to mat and layer that one. I'm going to mat and layer onto the front of the card.
Do you know what as well, now at home, now you know we're doing this, I think we're going to do this next Wednesday as well. You might want to just get ready, because we'll always give you a bit of a break. If you fancy a bit of a challenge yourself, if you have any of the goodies that we have in a future cracker pool, you can have a go yourself.
Frantic craft along, isn't it?
I know, this is fun, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's fun for me because I don't have to do it, but...
And then again, I'm just going to pop that one. Whoops.
Yeah.
Rush, rush, rush. More
3
haste,
minutes.
less speed. So that one's just going to go. Normally I would put a full panel in here, but again, because of speed, I'm just going to pop that one in there. I'm going to stick that one on to, and that's my actual easel design. I just need some sort of stopper for it. So that one's going to go on there. And again, that's literally the basis of the easel card there.
Yes, wow.
So then we need to do some die cutting. So I want a little bit of the brown for my reindeer or my stag.
The base of the card made in 3.5 minutes. I mean, seriously, this is like crafting at pace.
And then the back, I'm going to do, let's have a look, we want another piece of that dark turquoise.
Okay.
Because I want to do the back flat layer in that one.
All right.
Okay.
Are you enjoying this, Jan, or finding it challenging, stressful?
No, I wouldn't say it's stressful. It's just knowing, like anything, when you're doing it on a time limit, that's when you can start making mistakes.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, you are literally limited to time.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use a scrap of that white that was left to cut out my... Now, the bit that I know that I'm going to have trouble with is that the winter bit, and I know from using this in the past, are all separate little letters. So that could be where I get caught out, because obviously that's going to take a little while
time
to do. So I've got all my bits there. We're going to take them down. We should be able to whiz these all through the Gemini in one go. So again,
you're good for time.
how are we doing? We're nearly halfway.
Over 5 minutes. You're all good.
Right. Okay. So on my nice new lovely plates there. So flip them over. All right. We've got 1, 2, 3, and my sentiment there. So we've got 1, 2, 3.
You're sending some clapping emojis
this is
on
when
the socials,
18
please.
seconds
Jan.
through the Gemini is like 18 seconds too long,
exactly.
Isn't it? So,
you're halfway, Jan. You're halfway. You're doing great.
I'm going to need my dotty tape pen. Ooh, come on.
Let us know how do you think Jan's getting on. Let us know in the comments. Send through, as I say, let's get some round of applause going. Clappy emojis
there we go.
on Facebook and on YouTube as well. Jan has got just over 4.5 minutes to go.
Right, as I say, it's that sentiment that's going to... what happens if I don't make it?
Well, we open the trap door and you disappear.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough. It's going to be that sentiment at the end that literally lets me down. I know it is, because, as I say, I know that the winter is literally all individual letters.
Yeah.
So that's going to be where it comes unstuck, if anything. The rest of it, I'm feeling okay. So if you haven't seen these before, the idea of these is that they're going to layer up together like so.
4
and then
minutes.
we've got our gorgeous little stag there. He's going to go in there as well. So again, I'm just going to pop some dabs of glue. And again, probably not as secure as I would have done if I was making this properly.
Yeah.
But we're literally just going to pop some bits on there. And this one lines up beautifully with the one underneath. So I'm going to pop just that tiny little border and pop that one in place.
Perfect. 3.5 minutes.
Oh my goodness me. As I
think
say,
you're doing fab. I think
and I've got to do a stopper, haven't I, if it's an easel card. I just need to be thinking ahead now of what I'm going to use. Something I can grab for the stopper.
Aisha's just said, Jan's doing fantastic. I could never put a card together in 10 minutes. Even a hunky-dory card would take me longer than that, says Aisha. Jan is showing some skills right now. 3 minutes. Send the love in for Jan. Send in the comments. Come on, send us some encouragement through. She's just under 3 minutes to complete this make. If you've just joined us, a new feature we're doing on Wednesdays up until Christmas. A cracker will be pulled. Inside that cracker, instructions of what we want our expert to do. And Jan is doing an absolutely fab job on the adhesive cards.
Right, so we're going to
2.5 minutes to go.
Wishes across there. I'm going to get that on the front of the card, and I think, as I say, it's going to be that winter element that I'm going to struggle with, because they're all little tiny individual letters, and then I also need to make something
We've stitched you
to
up a bit
stop
here, haven't we?
that from sliding. So what we're going to pop on there, I need some foam pads for starters, so we'll grab a few.
Are you
going
to use any of that card that you just put to one
I've
side?
not got any ribbon or anything like that handy, so it's just going to have to be a little bit of a quick matten layer, I think.
Yep. Sarah says, you got this, Jan. Diane saying, you got this, Jan. Elizabeth saying she is doing great. Lots of clappy emojis coming up. Lots of hearts coming up on the socials as well. Loving this interactive audience. Cheering for you, Jan, here. You've got 1:40 remaining.
Oh, don't. We're going to lose the winter bit. I know I am, because, as I say, that's the bit I was concerned about. So I'm going to pop that one on a couple of, what have I done with my foam pads? There they are, right in front of your eyes, Jan. So again, we'll put that on there, that on there. So I have actually got an easel card.
That's the main point, though,
I've definitely used the paper pad.
Yeah, you have.
I have used the die.
You have.
But the only bit that I think I'm going to struggle, I've still got a minute left, I might be able to do this.
Come on, Jan, you can do it. Sending paper hug says, I have faith in you, Jan. Come on.
Right, come on then, let's go. We've got.
Come on, Jan.
Come on, Jan. Literally.
Awesome.
Where's my W? I've lost a double. There it is. Right, we've got. Oh, look how tiny they are to give me, honestly.
50 seconds. They've stitched you up here, haven't they?
Not kidding. W.
You've got this, Jan.
I'm going to do
got this.
I.
44 seconds.
N-T-E-R. That's literally what I've got. Where are they?
Come on.
I've got I.
You're down at the last 38 seconds. You can do this. Stick
where's my N? I've lost my. Oh, the N's still in there. Oh my goodness. Look how tiny they are.
30 seconds.
T.
Georgina's going over. She can't. We've got to stick to the clock. 20 seconds.
It's not very straight. It's not very
fine.
straight.
You can do it, Jan. Just the E and the R.
It's going to be wonky for a reason.
Here we go.
And
Here's
then
the
I've
R.
got the R. Winter.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You've done it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yay! Woo! That was amazing.
Not my usual level of craft.
Come on, I'm gonna let's high five this. Yes! Come on!
Yes.
That was amazing.
It is an easel card. We did use 3 colours from the Happy Holidays pad, and we did use all the elements from the Winter Wishes die set there, including a very wobbly winter. The tea's gone a bit skew with there, hasn't it? But yeah, that's as good as it gets in 10 minutes, I'm afraid. So yeah, not my usual calibre. I would normally probably add a ribbon or something, or some gems to decorate it with. But yeah, very, very basic. But yeah, I think, need to sit down now.
Absolutely smashed it. Let us know
future feedback. This should be at the end of the show. Yeah, what a mess.
Please, can you let us know marks out of 10, please, for Jan's card. Marks out of 10 for that 10-minute make. How amazing was that? And it
Scarily.
just show the kind of things you can do. Set yourself a little challenge today. Why not get your partner maybe to pick a couple of things out to give to you, and you see what you can come up with in 10 minutes, because that was absolutely brilliant. And we're going to be doing these cracker pulls, as I say, on the weeks leading up to Christmas. Wednesday next week we'll do another one. So as I say, get ready for that. And if you've got the goodies that our guys get to work with, maybe you can give it a go, craft along, see what you can come up with in that 10 minutes. I think that was absolutely brilliant. Nicole says awesome. Sarah says well done. Pamela says I'm screaming. Heather says yay Jan, we knew you could do it. And Mary Lee says hooray Jan, you did it. 1 second to spare. That was brilliant. I loved it so much. Right, more of that to come next week. Also, I must remind you that our 12 days of Craftmas continues. 25% off our Gemini machines today. 25% off. That deal I did not think was going to come back after the last time we had it on our Black Friday, but it's here only for today. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's gone. 3 o'clock tomorrow morning Eastern time, it's gone. And this is applicable to all our Gemini machines, apart from the rose gold, but it does include the foil press machine as well. So If you're looking to get your hands on a new Gemini, maybe you're looking to go from a manual to an electronic, maybe you're looking at buying your first machine and you want to get the best deal, this is unbelievable. 25% off across the range. And whilst we give you time to have a bit of a lie down and a bit of a get your breath back after that, I know Jan needs to, we're going to have a look at a little video which is going to explain a little bit more about one of our Gemini machines. This one is all about the amazing Gemini Junior. That was brilliant. Whew. You know, you pick a number or whatever, you don't have to have a cracker, just pick a number. Oh, under number 4, you've got this and this, 10 minutes, off you go.
Yeah.
And I think that'd been so much fun to do at home as well. But as I say, we'll do it again next Wednesday, so you can get ready. And we'll always give you a little bit of a break. So if you've got the items that come up next week, you can take part as well and see what you can come up with in 10 minutes. Just brilliant. Right, Jan, we are back to you because we've got a couple more demos to fit in. What we're going to be having a look at next?
Right, well, we're going to go back to that beautiful Sarah signature bundle. We've got that Enchanted Dreams bundle that we had a look at earlier. And I'm going to demo this first, just to give you some ideas. And I didn't realise until I'd done all the prep that I ended up with lilac twice. So I'm having a bit of a lilac morning this morning. But that is a colour choice that runs through that Enchanted Dreams through the whole collection. It is absolutely beautiful. So what I've done is I've taken a couple of the elements out of the bundle. So I've got the spellbinding borders, and again you've got 3 different styles in here, plus a couple of edge designs which I'll show you in a second. And then the up and away, this is a stamp and die set with that gorgeous little hot air balloon that's made up of all the I think they're like hydrangea flowers. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So done a little bit of work ahead of time. But just to talk you through where I'm at with this one. So again, similar idea to what I did with the one this morning, but this time it's going to open this way. And I've used some of that gorgeous lilac Centura pearl. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut one of these borders into the edge of the design. So I'm just going to take one off the top, and again it's much wider than my card, but I'm not too worried about that. I'd chosen the size of card because I've used some paper from the 6-inch pad which is included in that collection, so I didn't want to go too big with it.
Yeah.
So this again, if you have a look closely, we've got a die that has got no external cutting edge. So this is going to cut into your card. If you want the edge to cut, you've got then a choice of either a straight edge or this one that actually pops the little dots in, and it's got a little bit of a scalloped edge, which I'm going to go for that one, being a little bit more decorative. So again, we'll bring in some tape to pop this together and then pass it through the Gemini. So again, similar to what I did earlier. All right, and I'm just going to sort of eyeball that this is about central. And again, I'm not too worried that elements of it are hanging off the edge of the card. It's just a shorter length when finished. And again, just making sure that there's enough room between those dies to sort of be able to run your pokey tool through. You don't want them too close together. That's one of the few ways that you can actually damage the metalwork, because our Gemini is so powerful.
Yeah.
If the metal overlaps while it's going through the rollers, you're going to end up with problems with it.
Okay.
So obviously make sure, and again, like I said earlier, if you're not confident with it, cut the big one first and then add the other one round that piece that's die cut and run it through a second time, so it works both ways for you. So again, I'm going to flip my lovely new board over and we're going to pop this one at a slight angle there, just a thin metal die, so those same shims building up the depth there. And again, we're going to pop that through, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to listen for when it's actually got to the edge of the die here, because I don't want to run the rest of it through and get that warping on the card. So you can actually hear, if we listen to the Gemini, you'll hear it sort of drop off the edge of the die, and when it gets to that point, I'm going to reverse the motor and let it pop it back out again. So again, pop that in the mouth there, and we're going to listen. You see the difference in tone? There we go. Pause, and then I'm going to reverse it, and that saves that piece of cardstock from... The machine's going to apply pressure to what's ever there, and if it's just cardstock, then of course it's going to apply the pressure to your cardstock, and sometimes it can warp it a little bit. Woo! That's come off lovely. Didn't even need to... look at that.
Wow.
That's testimony for the Gemini, isn't it? I've literally just lifted my plates off, and it's brought the whole die here with it.
Yeah.
No problem. All the pieces punctured out there. So again, that edge has cut that piece away. So this is scrap again. Get rid of that bit.
Has your heart rate returned to normal? Because mine's still going.
Bit of adrenaline first thing in the morning. Yeah, a bit of adrenaline. There's nothing like it first thing in the morning. And again, just look at how beautiful that's cut. You know, it just speaks volumes, and that edge piece has popped you all those little tiny dainty, sort of almost like a pierced border on it there. So I'm just going to pop that to one side, and I'll clean those pieces off in a second. So we've now got our decorative card blank there. I'm just going to leave this as a decorative edge on the card there. And then again, I've gone with silver mirror card this time, and I've taken a piece from that 6-inch paper pad. And the reason it's split like this is because, first of all, I used the curved edge on here. But because I'd chosen the paper with that lovely torn edge on it, that's already in the design, it didn't look right with the curved edge. I thought, no, the two don't go together. We've got the torn edge, let that be the feature. So subsequently, the piece I had left was actually too short for my mat. So I've literally cut it down the middle, and then all I'm going to do is pop a border over it. So if you're wanting to stretch out your papers and make them fit, you know, even though it's a 6x6-inch paper pad, you can stretch them out and make them do different things just by concealing that little gap underneath. So this is going to be my mat layer for the front. Okay, so we're just going to seal that one with the double-sided tape pen and pop that one, and it's going to go this way because I want that vertical border to be on the left-hand side there. So that's going to go on the front. Give that a good press down, and then this one is going to cover this piece here, so it looks as if it's all now part of the design. Now that looks black there on the camera, but it is, when I tilt it, it'll catch there that lovely silver mirror card from the luxury card packs. So again, just take the tape off the back of there, and then we can pop that over the top. And I've just added some little tiny gems because it's a nice sort of fantasy collection. It lends itself to gems and glitter and, you know, anything that's shiny really. And these are just some out of my stash. They're a little Aurora gem which catch the light beautifully. So again, we're going to pop that one over that seam to disguise the fact that there is a little bit of paper missing, and now nobody would know. Okay. And then you've got this beautiful stamp set and die to go with it here. So you've got the stamp to stamp out the image, and then the die to cut it out. And then you also, these two are clouds that you can use as well if you wish. So when you've stamped it and cut it out, this is what it looks like.
Fab.
Okay, so absolutely beautiful. It really is a pretty stamp.
Pretty.
All right. Now, obviously, to save time, because the colouring does take a bit of time, I took out my alcohol markers, and then I've also added a little bit of definition with the colour blend pencils as well over the top, and then just added a tiny bit of glitter in the centre of the flowers there, just to decorate it up. So I used hydrangea and lavender from the alcohol markers, and then, as I say, just a little tiny bit of colour blend, and then one of the ice grey layers for I thought that would pick up the silver on the mirror card. So this is going to be my main for sort of topper embellishment. Now, you can stamp it more than once, and if you look at where the designs are, you can actually reduce the designs to make this like a decoupaged element. So obviously, just by going in a layer, if you have a look at the design here, and so to cut away these outside pieces and maybe follow the flowers round that first layer, and then for the second layer, maybe just pick a little cluster out of the centre here, you could layer that up 2 or 3 times and get a really nice sort of decoupage look with it. But I didn't have time to do that, so we're just going to stick with this one flat. And I think I'm going to go with a little bit of the tacky glue, because I'm going over that layer that's slightly raised there. I'm going to shape it just a little bit. In fact, no, I tell a lie. I'm going to use some of my Collal 3D glue on it, because that'll give me a chance to just shape it a little bit more. So just by taking your finger underneath it, you can actually create that little bit of dimension on there, and then by popping this one underneath, it's going to hold that shape and create the illusion that it's no longer flat. And this dries in position. It doesn't sort of seep flat. So just by popping that on there, we can literally add that little bit of dimension there now.
That 3D Collal, don't forget, is in our Get It Got It Good deal this week as well. It's a good deal that this week, actually, with all your essentials.
Yeah, it does take a little while to dry, Ben. Yeah. So I would leave it sort of about 30 minutes or so for it to sort of harden. If it was something that you were going to post, I would literally leave it overnight so it goes solid. And then just a little trick with the glue. Yeah. When you've finished, can you just see how I've squeezed it so that the glue's popping out of the end? You want that glue to make contact with the inside of your lid so that there's no air in that tube, because the one thing this doesn't like is air. It will dry out the glue. So if the glue matches the edge of the lid, you've got no space in there then for the air to get in and harden it off. And then the last thing I've done, and again, this is from one of the stamp sets in this collection as well, it just says, "May all your wishes come true," which I thought was perfect for this one. And again, I'm just going to use a couple of foam pads on there just to lift that one up slightly, and that's going to be our card for the Enchanted Dreams collection there. So just take the backing off those, and then we can pop that one on the front. If you wanted to add another little message, you could stamp out another piece to go here on the inside, you know, pop a little square with an extra message on if you wish. But this one's just going to go down at the bottom like that. And then you've got that lovely sort of the paper there, speaking volumes, and then that lovely border at the back there, creating that point of interest. So that's all Enchanted Dreams. It's just gorgeous. It's just really sort of fantasy based, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's a lot in there. I was thinking whilst you were making it, there's a lot of imagery in there as well. If you've got like little girls who are not quite little girls anymore, but they're not quite sort of teenagers. They're in that sort of in-betweeny time. There's some lovely cards that you can make for them right there. And actually, a lot of you chatting about getting this collection and using it for sort of your springtime cards as well. I used to just saying, I love that stamp and die. It's really stunning, isn't it? That hydrangea hot air balloon. She says, I can't wait to colour it. I've been in holiday mode, but this is going to be perfect for springtime. And Winnebeth says, watching Jan work with the border dies is motivating me to get out and play with the many border dies that I've collected over the years. That's what we're here for as well. You know, as much as we bring all these fab products, these new products, we're also here to inspire you and to make you go, oh, hang on a minute, I've got some of those dies in my craft room right now. I'll dig them out, I'll have a go, I'll have a play. It's all about the inspiration as well. And this is a massive collection, as you can see. It's the complete collection, 54 elements in total. You've got your 2 paper pads in there, your foam to be able to make your flowers. There's vellum in there too, and a great saving today as well, $34.56, or just over $45. And then don't forget, if you're a platinum member, another 20% comes off that, £110.59 or $144.10. There's still loads of comments coming in of people. I think people enjoyed that last demo just for the fact that it was a chance to catch their breath. Sarah says, I felt like I did a 10-minute workout at the gym with the card that Jan just did. Imagine how Jan feels. Feels like she's just done a marathon, probably.
Wasn't it?
It was literally so much fun. Can we do another one before the end of the show?
Can we do another one? Not today.
Yeah, one's
Not
enough.
today.
One's enough.
Let me think. I don't think I've got another Wednesday coming up.
Have you not?
No.
Oh.
I think it's a Monday the next time I'm here, yeah.
It sounds like
We'll let the rest of the team have a go and see how they fare. I felt like the guinea pig today.
Well, you did brilliantly. I tell you what, you have set the gold standard for everyone else to follow. Just very quickly, because I know we've got one more demo to squeeze in, a few other goodies to bring to you that we're showing you later on Creative Cravings, your colour blend pencils. 72-piece collection here with a £15, $21 saving. It's a lovely price. If you're platinum today, £47.19 or $66.39. Within this collection, you're going to get your florals, you're also going to get your naturals and your shade and tone blend as well. So your wax-based pencil, these artist quality as well, and they are absolutely beautiful. Whether you want to use these on their own, whether you want to incorporate these in your mixed media, whether you want to kind of use these to add that extra layer of effect when you're using your alcohol markers as well. These really are top-notch, highly pigmented, great for your blending. And as we've said, you know what? If you've perhaps used wax pencils previously, not as good quality as ours, you'll find Leanne always explains it that they're filled with other bits and pieces just to kind of make up the content of them. Ours, highly pigmented. I always think of these, this is a funny way to think of it, but this is how my brain works. I always think of these as like the good sausages. Because when you go, do you know what I'm doing?
Of course, you would actually compare your pencils to good sausages.
No, but Dan, hear me out here. Because if you go to like the butchers, for example, and get your sausages, you're going to get like the good quality, the high sort of content meat in there, like the good quality stuff. Whereas if you buy, go to the supermarket and get the cheaper ones, they're filled, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sausages with not all the good.
I get where you're going with it. Yeah.
Does you see my analogy?
I do. Yeah.
These are the good sausages. These are the good sausages. These are your butcher's pencils.
They are beautiful to work with. Yeah.
We're going to see them more later on in Creative Cravings. Good sausages. $47.19 or $66.39. Just how my brain works, and it's just how I remember how good these pencils are. And also, coming up later on Creative Cravings, we have our hero tool. And this really is a hero tool because it is your Ultimate Crafters Toolkit Bundle. Now, you are going to get, all right, George, shush, for goodness sake, we stopped that about a minute ago. You're going to get the tote that this all comes in. And now normally, like when we show you a tote, we sort of say, oh yeah, we show you the tote and we've filled it with goodies just to give you an idea as to what you can store in it. However, this deal, you get everything I'm about to pull out of this tote. Very excited to say that we've got the bone folders back. They haven't been in stock for a while, and they are back within this bundle. So I'll quickly get all of this out because I know we're running out of time. So, tote bag with the bone folders. So whether you like the bigger one or the smaller one, both of those included. What else have we got in here? These bad boys that seem to be in and out of stock. As soon as we get them, they disappear. 2 of your fine tip glue applicators, very handy. If you like to use your wet glue and you're doing the more sort of intricate sticking, those are perfect. Those are in the bundle. Also, talking about your glues, you've got a bottle of your all-purpose. That's included. Plus, as I dig even deeper, you've got 3 reels of your low tack tape, always super handy, don't want to run out, that's included. We keep going because also in here, I came back to these the other day when I was doing a bit of crafting with Daisy. Pokey tools, how handy are those? Super handy. They're always losing them. It's nice to have a couple more. They're included in here. Plus, on top of that, we've got 6 of your adhesive sheets. Also, we've got your A4 foam in here as well, so the ability for you to be able to cut your foam to the size that you want. Don't see that very often. In fact, I want to say it's the first time that I've seen this on a live show in the year and a bit that I've been here. So that's hugely exciting. That's included in the bundle. And what's this bad boy at the back here? This is also included. Your small guillotine is in this bundle too. So literally you have got loads of core tools for your craft room included with the tote bag as well. £39.99 if you're platinum, $65.59. It is a case of treat yourself, stock up. If you're a new crafter, this is absolutely perfect, as I say. And the great thing is, you've got all the storage to pop it into. Grab it today whilst you can, because the Hero tool, of course, only hangs around for 24 hours or while stocks last. We'll talk about it more later on Creative Cravings, but that is today's Hero tool. Now, we've got one final demo to squeeze in before we get the vote going on the demo of the show. So let's talk cut and emboss folders. And the great thing is, again, we'll go into this more detail later on, we've got 2 ranges of our cut and emboss folders, 2 different deals, but you can also mix and match on these as well, which we'll talk about later. Which ones are you going to be looking at right now, Jan?
Right, for this particular demo, I've gone for those interlocking circles, and then I've got a couple more lined up if you can join us later on for Creative Cravings, using one in the traditional way, and then I've got one done, you know me, differently, outside the box for you later. So for this particular one, interlocking circles, and just a quick mention for those of you that haven't come across a cut and emboss folder. It's a traditional, what we call a 2D embossing folder, so it's one of the thin ones. But embedded in here are some metal die elements, and they're actually fastened to the folder. And the white parts in here is foam, which stays in there. Normally, when you've cut a die, you've got the facility to be able to pop those pieces out from the top. Well, you can't do that with an embossing folder, so the foam just helps to dislodge the pieces that are going to cut those little apertures. So nice tall size as well for making those slimline cards. I think these are making a comeback for next year. They sort of got forgotten, and I'm guilty of this. I made a lot of square cards, but I do like this. So you're looking at about 8.5 inches tall by 3 3/4 wide, so really nice size to work with. So what I've done is I've taken some watercolour card, and we're going to go 5 inches in width, but I've actually left it the 8 1/4 inches of our cardstock here in the UK. So this is sort of the maximum width I can get. And then just because I can see time ticking away, I've taken some of my inks, and I've gone for Spring Meadow, the water reactive ink, with my applicator, and just to the front of it I've just added some colour, and I love this colour. I think it's such a zesty lime colour, and just literally coloured that white watercolour card. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop this over the top of that front section and die cut into the front of the card there. So I'm literally just lining it up inside the folder there, and then I'm just going to take for my 2 clear cutting plates. These behave, even with the die element in, they behave like a normal 2D folder would. So literally that's just going to fit in there nicely in that big plate there. All right, and pass that through the Gemini. And what that's going to do, it's going to apply the emboss detail to the cardstock, and then it's also those metal dies. There's sufficient pressure there for it to cut those pieces out, so you'll get little apertures within those circles. So let's just have a look at that one now, and we'll take that one away. And when we open this up now, you can see most of my pieces have been pushed through. The foam's done its job, look, and these are actually cut away there. So you can see we've got that gorgeous design there. You can just about see the embossed circles. And then obviously these pieces, on this occasion, I don't need these, so I can just pop those to one side. If you want to replace them, it's a great one for paper piecing, and I have done that in demos in the past where we've actually inserted the pieces back in. But what I'm going to do to go with this, I'm going to take some Parakeet now, which is one of the turquoise inks, and I'm just going to highlight a little tiny bit more. Now this is quite a strong colour, so again, I don't want to go mad with it. I'm almost sort of trying to take it back off my ink applicator, and the first thing I'm going to do is go round the edge there. I just want to add a tinge of that turquoise around the edge of the card.
There's a lot of love coming in for this folder, and it's great with a lot of these. Is it's kind of because Ella just said I like this embossing folder. It could pass for bubbles. There's a few of the embossing folders in this collection where it's kind of like however your mind works. You might see different things.
Yep.
You see, before you started adding the different colours on there, I saw sliced lemons.
Sliced lemons. When I was looking at these before, I thought this one particular would be nice. You know, if you've got like little photos peeping through the gaps,
yes.
You could just use it as an element on a scrapbook page, or it could be a card topper, but just to have sort of little, you know, the main ones there, the larger ones, just little pictures behind those of like family photo would be really nice. But again, you know, a piece of nice vellum behind it, or a piece of acetate. They make great shaker cards to pop the acetate behind. So again, what I want to do now is just try and catch some of that embossed area. So I'm just sort of really lightly now, I've got my ink applicator flat to the card and literally just following the design and just catching some of that embossing there, just to bring out that detail so that you can see it a little bit better. And the two colours there I think really work nicely together.
Yeah.
So again, you know, you can go over it, just be really light to the touch. You can always, like I say, go back a second time and darken it off a little bit. But if you go to your ink and load up the applicator and go on here, you're going to get a circle of ink. There's no two ways about it. So as I say, try and get rid of as much as you can, and then just nice and lightly to apply it onto there. So that's going to be the front of my design there. And then what I've done is I've chosen some that's why I went for the Parakeet ink, because you can see that lovely piece of paper there, and this is going to create a matten layer inside, and then we're going to get that lovely turquoise there from the pattern paper showing through our apertures on the front there. So all I'm going to do with this, let's just get rid of a bit of that turquoise ink. I've had my wet wipe out that long that it's now a dry wipe. With the heat in here, it's no longer wet. There we go, just get rid of that ink, otherwise I'm going to end up covered in it. Okay, and then we're going to use the tape pen again just to pop this piece in the back there. Oh, we're nearly on the end. Do you know me and tape pens?
Hey, I got a couple of those tape pens that ended the other day when I was crafting along with me with Michelle. Gave me a couple of tape pens, both of them gone.
Honestly.
Always happens when we're live on air.
So again, this is just cut slightly smaller than the inside panel there, just to leave a little tiny border.
Yeah.
And it's matted onto some gold satin mirror card, just to give a little bit of a sheen there. So we've got that folding nicely. I'm just going to reinforce that edge now. We've popped the matten layer in there. And I wouldn't be without my bone folders, I must admit. And then literally I've just created a little bow in the turquoise ribbon there. And I've also got a nice little sentiment that just says, I thought of you today. And I think, what a nice sentiment that is. You know, cards don't have to be for a set occasion, I don't think. And especially with the, you know, the last couple of years that we've had.
Oh, yes.
Just thinking of somebody and popping them something, you know, through the letterbox, I just think makes such a difference to a lot of people in the current climate. Now, I've got a little bit more on there than I needed. I don't need that bit on the end, so let me just rub that away, and then I'm just going to pop the bow at the edge of there just to catch and bring it all together.
That's fab.
So nice and simple. I've not really done much to it there apart from use those two inks, and I used Parakeet and Spring Meadow there, and literally just emphasise that embossing a little bit, and then dressing it up with your pattern papers there. So really, really pretty.
Absolutely.
So that was the interlocking circles.
Yeah, and they're available on the deal that you've got there. So that comes within the 6-piece collection, which you're seeing on your screen now. So £47.97 or £54.24 if you're platinum. You've got the hearts and butterflies. There's some beautiful florals included in there as well. But what we're also doing is bringing you another set of embossing folders, which Jan and I launched actually back on the 8th of October. Oh, hello, where are you? There we go. And it's this trio right here. And these are gorgeous. Again, you've got the beautiful detailing of the emboss, and then you've got squares, you've got your circles, and also hearts as well. And the great thing about these is, again, in that slimline design, so if you're going more along that sort of line with your card making, these are perfect for that. Once again, you know, with the hearts there, before you know it, Valentine's will be here. As soon as Christmas is gone, that's where everything is focused, isn't it? And then we've got those beautiful circles included in this bundle too. The thing to mention is that trio of cut and emboss folders is £23.98 or $27.12. However, if there are a couple of these that you like, or maybe, you know, there's one particular that you like from this collection and you spied a few or a couple from the other collection that you like, we're doing a mix and match across the two collections, so you can choose 3 and pay just £33 or $38. So go for the bundles as a whole, or make up your own bundle for £33 or $38. However you want to play it, it's entirely up to you. Right, we've got about 5 or 6 minutes to go. We'll need to get that vote going, of course, as well on the demo of the show. I've got so much down here. Hang on a minute. The delicate panel dies, quickly to show you, which we've got coming up later on Creative Cravings as well. These are stunning. Set of 4 dies. We're going to give you 16 sheets of your Nina cardstock as well. So you've got the elegant butterflies. These are absolutely beautiful. Again, if you're looking for quick, fast cards, you know, these are lovely. You've got your entwining vines in there. Also, those peacock feathers. If you were enjoying all of the demos that we had yesterday, chatting about the Swan Lake, a lot of people chatting about how there's the overlap with all of the different collections that we've done recently. You'll enjoy using those. And then we've got those absolutely stunning perfect peonies as well. You're also going to get 16 sheets of your Nina cardstock, saving £13 or $16. Platinum price on those is £35.08 or $43.60. The hour and a half has absolutely rattled by. So much to look forward to today. Before we give you a little bit of a reminder, and also the shopping list for the award-winning craft along, let's get you voting on your demo of the show. Jan has been very busy over there. Some nice relaxed demos and some really harem-scarum demos as well.
Frantic 10-minute demos, yeah.
What you got for us, Jan?
So top of the show then, we started out with those lovely creator border, builder border dies, and those are the ones we're going to be using if you can join us at 3 o'clock for that craft along. So we made this one this morning using the delicate hearts there, using different layers, and then just a little bit of trim inside to link it all together. So that was number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2 was the frantic 10 minutes. Please don't vote for this, guys, honestly. I can't believe they're making me put this. My stopper's not even straight, but that was number 2 for that 10-minute challenge.
Yep.
Number 3, we came to that lovely Enchanted Dreams collection, and we used the border die, and then we had the stamp there and one of the sentiments, paper from the pad, all links together beautifully to make those gorgeous designs there. That's number 3. And then number 4, we've just finished off with those slimline cut and emboss folders. We used the interlocking circles, added a little bit of ink to emphasize it, bit of matting and layering, and job done. So that was number 4.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3 or 4 this morning.
I kind of feel like, and they'll probably tell me to shut up, I kind of feel like what we should do, we should have another shelf for the Christmas cracker cards, put and over the course of the end of it, you can vote for your favourite card, and then the winner wins a Christmas pudding or something. You know what I mean? I'm just putting it out there. The
Box of crackers.
A box of crackers,
of
there
course.
you go, of course. But vote for your favourite today, 1, 2, 3 or 4, and we will get the vote on that in just a few moments' time. Next show we've got coming up in an hour and a half time, so 10 o'clock East Coast is the Craft Along, and if you want to take part in this, this is the shopping list of goodies that you will need, so you can grab these in between show. You'll need your A4 white stamping card, your A4 silver mirror and black glitter card, your A5 silver glitter and black card. You'll need your scrap silver mirror and black glitter card. Gemini Builder Borders, you'll need the Eastern Trellis. And by the way, this is if you want to do it, you know, sort of word for word. If you've got different papers, different dies within the collection that you want to use, you can do. You'll need your interchangeable sentiments, the butterfly foliage. You'll need your Happy New Year sentiment stamp. You'll need some pearl embellishments, we're saying silver and black, plus your 2 circle dies and your 3 small star dies. And then the additional elements is kind of like the core tools that we use on a lot of our craft along. So your Gemini plates, your A4 guillotine, you'll need your scoreboard, scoring tool, scissors and pokey tool, pencil and ruler, 6mm and 3mm red line tape. You'll need your Collall all-purpose glue, tacky glue, double-sided tape pen and dotty tape pen, plus a stamping platform, black ink pad and a partridge in a pear tree. You won't need that last bit. That is going to be a lot of fun, and actually I'm going to be crafting along with you later on as well. Have you got the finished?
Yeah, this is actually what we're going to be making this afternoon. So it's called a double gatefold because obviously it folds together as the gatefold, but you've got the extra pieces on the front which allows it to open up into that double. It's quite a nice sort of what we call a mantelpiece pleaser, and I went sort of black, silver and white, and we've gone for Happy New Year. So I'm going to show you how you can adjust your dies as well, because this die set doesn't have a New Year die in it. So again, we've just sort of made a little amendment there.
It's a very Happy New Year, and it sort of reminds me of like almost like a stage with it opening up, and I don't know, like the background to a stage, and you'd expect like when you open it up to have Elton John there playing his piano or something.
Well,
it's very flashy.
There you go.
Okay. That's coming up later on. Hopefully you can join us and craft along. We have a result.
We have a result. Please don't say number 2.
The winner is number 2. No, it's not. It's close between 1 and 3.
Right. So number 1 was the Builder Border.
Yep.
And number 3 was Enchanted Dream. So similar in some ways, similar in colour scheme, similar in the fact that we've done the edgeable border there. So yes.
The winner, number 3.
Number 3. So that was the Enchanted Dreams then. Thank you, guys. So that was the one that we've just done with that gorgeous stamp balloon there.
Yes, we'll pop that up on our Crafty Walk of Fame. It will be a Jan... Oh, actually, it might not be. It should be a Jan win today. But we'll find out. And the cracker card, by the way, I'm definitely going to put that up on the shelf, and maybe we'll have a vote during the month. I mean, we might not. We might do. Listen, thank you to Jan. Thank you to you for joining us. See you for the craft along in an hour and a half, right? We'll be there. Hopefully you'll be there too. But for now, bye-bye.